Alright guys, I wanted to do a very quick video talking about how to handle your cards when putting them on a hard surface. Some people don't have an alternative, so they have maybe they use their coffee table or their kitchen countertop or whatever hard surface that they have to take photos. The idea is that people want pictures outside of whatever case it's in. Maybe it's in a soft sleeve or a top loader or whatever, and they want you to take it out and take a picture. So what people will do is they'll take their card out of the soft sleeve and they go and they set it on this hard surface. And like I said, that could be a number of different surfaces. All of them, I don't care what it is, will damage your card if you try to pick it up from that hard surface now. And a lot of people will tell me that, well, if I slide the card gently like this to the edge and then pick it up, I don't damage it. Well, you do. So as soon as you start sliding that card along the edge, or along the surface, you're damaging the card. You just are. It's going to be under magnification. It's going to be very slight, but you're damaging the card. Other people will tell me that, well, I can pick up the card because the card might have a slight bow to it. Well, I can pick up the card like this, and I can pick it up like that. Well, you're damaging the card, because anytime you have to get to the card that doesn't have enough bow. It's a very flat card. If you're trying to get your fingers to pinch that, you're damaging the card, the edge, because you're putting more pressure on that edge than needs to be. Okay, and other people will say, well, I'll just take the corner and I'll just pick up well, you're sliding it across the surface. Okay, so people continually have this problem. It's something that I cringe every time I see a card that I want and somebody has set it on the hard surface. I just pretty much scroll right past it, because they have damaged the card just trying to pick it up. So how do we handle this on hard surfaces? Well, it's really simple. Before you set the card on a hard surface, I'm just going to pick this up the wrong way to move it out of the way. But before you put it on the hard surface, just take a piece of paper. Now this is a just copy paper, just something you'd have in your printer. Okay, just cut it so that it's bigger than the size of the card itself. Okay. Before you set it on the hard surface, you do that. Because now what you can do is you can take the paper and you can move this to the edge, okay, to where now you can twist it, you can manipulate it, you can move this card any way you want. If you want to bring it to the edge and pick it up like this, now you're not going across that hard surface, okay? I prefer not to even do that. I would prefer not sliding the card on even on the paper. Even though it's a lot less, or you're minimizing it a lot more, I think that there's an even safer way. And because you have this paper under, here's how I recommend doing that. So with the paper underneath, you can see that this card has a slight bow to it, but a lot of cards don't. They're very flat. So what I'm going to do is just take the paper, and all I'm going to do is very gently curl the edge. Okay? I'm just going to curl the edge like that. Now what that does is that lifts the card up off of the hard surface. Okay, so now when I go to pick it up, I can very gently touch the edges and pick it up. Okay, I'm not putting any force like I would this way, trying to pick it up off of that hard surface. Okay, so again, it's just like this, and you just take the paper and you just enough, just barely enough, that you can get onto that card and pick it up. Okay, now the one other thing to really consider, you have to be careful with this, is that you don't want to damage the corners when you do this. And if you get very aggressive in curling this card, you can damage the corners because you're putting pressure now on the corners. Okay, so you have to be very, very gentle, just enough of a curl to where you can get to the edge with very, very little force. It's that simple. Okay. Now, if you don't have a hard, or if all you have is a hard surface and you don't like the idea of putting it even on a piece of paper like this, then it's something as simple as a bubble mailer is a better way to go than using your hard surface. So here's another quick example. This is just a large bubble mailer. Okay, this is a piece of paper, just like we had before, but now it has softness under it, where it has give this way. Okay. Because you have give that way, what you can do with this card that we have here is now I've set my card down and I've taken my picture. Now it's time to pick it up. The reason I like this is because you can manipulate this bubble mailer and move it any way that you want where the card is still safely on there. Okay, but when it's time to pick it up, now you can go and you can see already that this card has a little bit of a gap, okay, because of the way this card is. But even if it's a very flat card, you can still get to this card a lot easier and a lot better than a hard surface, because now what you have is you have the ability to push down before you get to the card and then very gently grab the edges and you can pick it up. Okay, so again, really quick video just to show you guys some tips. Hopefully you got something from it and are able to use it. Thanks for watching.